Everyone recording?
Yep.
All right. This is Half Past Zero, a show where we rank our guests based on their ability to make it through our various 30-second segments. Today we are joined by the very versatile and talented creature actor, Mr. Alan Maxson.
Welcome, ugly children of the moon. My name's Cookie, and actually, my name is Alan Maxson.
That was the best intro I could have ever asked for. As you might know, based off of our previous conversation before the camera started rolling, we're probably your biggest fans. For those who are watching who may not be so familiar with your work, could you rank for us the top 3 performances of your career?
Well, I got to start with Godzilla. Godzilla has changed my life, so that is a big one. I'm looking forward to Blade, the Iron Cross, the new Puppet Master movie. And last, and definitely least, I'm going to go with Christmas with Cookie.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. Moving on to our first segment of the night. It's called Lapped. It is basically a rapid-fire Q&A. You'll have 30 seconds to answer as many questions as possible.
Now, if I do a certain number, do I win this giant necklace that Piper made?
You know what? Yes. Question number 1, cake or pie?
Cake.
Best slasher movie villain?
Freddy.
Biggest inspiration?
Planet of the Apes.
Actor you want to work with the most?
Jim Carrey.
Unlimited money, dream vacation?
Oh, I guess travel the world.
You made it 5 questions in, which is perfect because we were about to run out. You were actually in Godzilla King of the Monsters, right?
That is correct.
If I'm not mistaken, this was the first live-action film since 2001 to feature King Ghidorah. If you could, in the next 30 seconds and in excruciating detail, provide some kind of insight as to bringing this character to life for a whole new generation.
I knew how important characters like these are to fanboys because I'm a fan of certain franchises. So I made sure to know my history, and I watched every single movie that had Ghidorah in it. And just channel Ghidorah or Ghidorah or however it's pronounced in that particular movie. And I made sure to just keep that in my head while performing the entire time. Did I beat the 30 seconds?
Did he? You did! All right, now Alan, for this next segment, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to pass the reins of the show over to my friend Stefan, if you're comfortable with that.
Rambling?
Great, yep.
Hey,
that's it! Let's go!
Oh my god!
All right, he's gonna mic himself up
Are
here.
you ready?
Honestly, yes. All right, Alan, I'm gonna give you about 30 seconds to give me a Christmas with Cookie reboot or spin-off.
I'm going to go to neither. I'm going to do a direct sequel where after the moon explodes and he's presumably dead, instead you'll see him flying through the space, lit on fire, and he'll land on Mars. And he'll be burnt and grotesque, and he proceeds to build a new civilization with aliens on Mars and reading them stories.
Fantastic.
All right, all right.
I have to once again ask you a Christmas with Cookie question. Now, keep in mind, when I wrote this script for this, I was sure to keep it to a minimum of 2 Christmas with Cookie things, and then the fanboy in me it brought out more. I'm sorry.
It makes me extremely happy because no one wants to talk about Cookie.
If you ever want to talk about Cookie, hit any of us up. I promise you. What led to the creation of Cookie? What was going through your head?
I wanted to make a movie just in general because I have so much experience from literally every position in making films and TV. And I was like, I can make a movie. I just need money. And movies are extremely expensive. But I couldn't get some money, so I was like, all right, I can put $1,000 towards a movie. Let's just make a really bad movie, lean into it, and make it intentionally bad. And so I went ahead and I made sure that the movie was self-aware, it made fun of itself, and I knew it was going to look terrible, so we leaned into it and just had fun. And in the end, we made a movie, and it turned out people loved it enough that it got a couple other prequels, I guess.
And it was wonderful. All right, Alan, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute blast. Much more fun than I even imagined it, and I was really looking forward to this.
I wish this was was a lot longer, and I wish it was in person.
Amen to that. I'll tell you what, we'll work it out. One day we'll meet in person and we'll recreate this. I think I speak for everybody in this room right now, and hopefully everyone that ends up watching, that we're all super excited about the projects you have coming up, and we will definitely be keeping an eye on you, man. To everyone else who's watching, we will be posting Alan's links to his social media and to his website, so if you could, go show him some love. And as always, I've been Noah Gregory of Playglow, and we'll see you in the next video.
Playglow for life!